Hi Gemini, how's it going? It's Sarah with Earth to Sarah Tarot. I am going to do your August love and relationship reading. I'm going to try to do things a little differently this time. I'm using just my regular Rider-Waite tarot deck. Okay, there's our first card. The Three of Swords. I'm just going to allow the cards to come out. This is how I do it when I do personal readings and when I use this deck. Especially, it's just I have so many decks and they all do different things for me, and I have different ways of handling all of them. So let's see. We've got the Great American total solar eclipse on the 21st of August, and that is going to be a huge deal for everybody. It is like wiping things out that we don't need anymore. It is about Leo and caring and loving everybody and making sure that everybody has a fair shot, or allowing our egos to take over and thinking that only the elite or certain people deserve certain things. There's a lot of politics and stuff going on where that's concerned, so opinions are going to be flying around like crazy coming up. For you, Gemini, also, there is a Mercury retrograde happening, and that's your ruling planet. That's about communication and technology and things like that. So either your communication is going to be wacky, or you're going to be ready to say and do things. Obviously, the first card that we have on the table here is the Three of Swords, and I mean, I think we all know what that's about. Hopefully that stuff is clearing out and we're moving on from that heartbreak that we talked about last month. A lot of you had secrets and stuff come out. Okay, the Five of Wands. That's kind of heavy energy. The two of those together, arguing, fighting, competitive energy. People feeling upset, people feeling like they're treated poorly or unfair. Let's see our next card. Okay, Page of Swords. So right away, I obviously see that things, if you watched my video last month, then we talked about the secrets coming out, stuff needing to be talked about. We had the Three of Swords, we had the Eight of Swords at the beginning, and you may have been feeling like shit, but here's the deal. This is the first card up, so this is like the past position. I know your heart is hurting. I feel it, Gemini. I totally feel it for you, that you've been going through it, man. But it looks to me like you said something, like although, because this is what I love about Gemini people, you have this detached view of things. You can be detached and think analytically, and you have this ability because you're an air sign. You are about intellect and intelligence and communication, and you're the communicator. You're great at doing that, and this is about communicating. This is about saying something, and even though it's hard to do, you can say those hard things. You can get in those conversations and stay strong. And, you know, once you have the facts, you're able to, like I said, detach and figure it out and move on and have those hard talks. And so with the Five of Wands here, it's like obviously your partner did not like what you had to say, or it didn't, I mean, it wasn't an easy thing. There was fighting involved, feelings were hurt, people felt hurt, you know, it was hard. Okay, the World, beautiful. Let's see The cards are not really wanting to come out for us, but we're just going to keep shuffling. One thing that I have been getting feedback on from people, and Gemini, thank you so much for being so amazing too with your last month's reading. Although it was super difficult, you guys, I mean, your comments, your likes, your subscribes, everything, you're super supportive for me, and I appreciate you so much for that, even though I had to be the, you know, deliver some not so exciting messages for you. It's still, you know, you're super receptive, and that's awesome. So thank you. But also I've been getting, ooh, yeah, baby. Money, honey. Ace of Pentacles. Something new. Some good news, right? Yes. Yes. But what was I saying? Oh, the feedback that I've been getting is that I shuffle and talk a lot in the intro, and people just want me to lay down the cards. So that's why I'm kind of having, that's why I'm doing it this way, so that we have things to talk about while I shuffle. And also, you know, I just like what the energies just serve sometimes, especially with this deck. When I want the straight truth, I play around with this deck. I get out my just traditional one, but I collect decks. I probably have 40 or something. So I like to use, you know, I love the art and interpretations from different people, but this deck is the truth right here, and what comes out is usually what needs to come out. Do you see this sun here? Look at this. So having dealt with this, having moved forward, having put this crap behind you, this person, if it, okay, and that's perfect. And I guess we'll just, well, hold on. Let me just finish that shuffle so I can get the bottom of the deck. Okay. And the Knight of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. So there's that water sign that we were talking about last month. If that was who you were dealing with, or someone who has a water moon, water rising, or just an emotional person, you know, whoever this was for you that got us here, and that a lot of you related to last time. And it doesn't have to be that it just happened recently. We carry, this is hard to get rid of. When your heart is broken like that, it's something that, you know, if you were in a relationship with someone for a long time, it just doesn't heal in a month, or it doesn't go away quickly. You know, we have to deal with that residual pain for a long time. So Gemini, this heartbreak might not have been even this year. It could have been something that happened a while ago, but it still to this day affects you. Now, like I said, you had that hard conversation, and it caused a bit of ruckus in your world. But this is lighter than like the Five of Swords energy, which is just harsh words, and this is more about action. So you took that difficult action that, you know, may have been hard, it may have been a battle, it may have been uncomfortable, but you did it. If you had to move out, if you had to, you know, divide things, or I mean, this is stupid, but even putting, you know, how we put on social media in a relationship or whatever, and you have to take that off of your social media. People are like, oh, what happened? Da, da, da. You have to deal with that. Okay, the talking, the chaos that kind of follows a heartbreaker dealing with something that happened. You know, even friendships and stuff, when you get in fights with your friends and all that, and, you know, everybody wants to know and gossip and talk about it and stuff. But here you are, Gemini, taking the high road. Do you see how this person stands on high ground? That's one of your very wonderful qualities, is that, again, you rise above the actual situation. You rose above the drama and said, I'm out, or I'm done. I said what I had to say. I cut my truth, and you're not gonna continue to hurt me anymore. Feeling better. Not all the way healed, because it's just a page. You're still working, but feeling better. Feeling like you said what you had to say, like you're taking the high road, like your conscience is clear. You're, you know, being honest. And and being ready for what's at you, you know. And that's what's cool too, is because you have that intuition and you have that intelligence about you. When you see that this is coming, you know that it's not just that breakups aren't easy, and that there's going to be this chaos and commotion that follows it. And it's like, you stay ready. You're like, bring it on. I can handle it. I'm ready. I'm armed with my intellect and my sword. So, yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. So the eclipse is coming, like I just mentioned, and it is going to, I think, really bring you a lot of great luck, because, I mean, you have great cards following that issue, and newness and a freshness about you, and taking the high road is going to be beneficial for you. Look, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, and we've got the Fool right underneath this fighting. So it's like, no, you know, you're smart, you see the blessings, you see what you have, you know that this stuff is not, you know, if you don't entertain that and you just do your own thing and you're like, no, I'm starting over, I'm not calling you. You know, when you break up with people, it's like that back and forth that can happen where it drags on forever. No, you're not doing that. I don't see you doing that. The world is like, it's the end of a cycle, the end of an era. It's having learned all that you can from a situation, and it's now time to close that cycle and begin a new one. So whatever happened in the past, whatever issue that caused this, is over now. You get it. You got it. You learned from that situation. It's now time to close that book and not engage in any back and forth behavior. Don't engage in, because the Knight of Cups, if this is the water sign that we're talking about still, or that person, this is somebody who can be a game player or a dream seller. It's like they will come and apologize having not known actually what they've done wrong or taken the time to reflect. They'll just tell you what you want to hear at the time so that they can get what they want, you know. So if that water sign comes back with an apology, I'm going to tell you that it's gonna be the same. See, because this came up again, if you take them back, if you don't end that cycle, then you're gonna be back to this. It's gonna just go around and around and around. So you have to really take this new feeling, this new energy that Leo brings, that fire signs bring. We have a fire sign here too, which is awesome. You know, that momentum that you sort of are starting to feel like, now I can move on. Now I know what I needed to know and I'm starting to feel better. Yes, I still hurt. I don't expect you to feel great, but you can start seeing the light now. This is like, you're starting to see the opportunities in front of you. You're starting to see that the sun is shining. There is a new day. Things don't always have to be like this. You don't always have to feel uncomfortable and feel like your world is at risk because this person is making you feel bad, or question yourself all the time. Question your place in the world. Question if they're cheating or not, or, you know, how they're spending their money, you know, whatever it is that caused you to, it's just like, you don't have to worry about that anymore. You just have to worry about you and what you want and the blessings that are in front of you. And opportunities are not guaranteed or given, they're taken. So take this new opportunity and this new beginning and this new start and this understanding and like the end of that cycle and run with it, because there could be quite possibly a fire sign coming into your life. If you are feeling like you want to date, or you're talking to somebody, whatever, work with somebody, it could be somebody at work. But the Queen of Wands is coming up, and this person is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I also am going to relate it to just the planetary situations and the fact that I'm thinking this is really reminding me of the sun, just the glowing opportunity of money and power and blessings. And the yellow, this yellow is just so bright. Yellow is shining on you, Gemini. But it's like that feeling of vitality and youth and power and leadership, and like in control of yourself and in control of your life. So this empowered you. This new opportunity that's coming in will also empower you. And if it is a fire sign, also have an earth sign here, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, but this is also the sign of Sagittarius. I think the Fool is too, but I'm not sure. So if this is a fire sign, I think they are going to be a good match for you. I think this is somebody that will encourage you to come out of the house and want to be out in the sun and do things and go out and travel. And it might not be a situation that's totally long term, but it's a way to let go of this heavy crap, and just enjoy the lighthearted end of the summer and feel that power. Know that you're worth it. Know that this person really missed out on a great person, because I love Geminis. They're so much fun. I think that you can be wishy-washy sometimes, and yes, you can change what you want a lot because you're dealing with the twins, the two people, and there's a push-pull that's natural within you, and you have to kind of figure out what energy you're channeling. But this fire energy is in you. It's going to be a good revitalizing feeling, I think. I don't know. So let's see. Page of Pentacles is for you this month. I think it's just about focus. It's about, again, this pentacle, this new offering, this new chance, this new feeling, and like releasing this crap, right? And starting off somewhere new. If you moved, this could mean a new house or a new environment, a new job, whatever, a new partnership. Focus on that. Focus your energy on these blessings and what you've learned from this scenario, and don't focus on the pain and the heartbreak and the fighting. Just keep your head straight on and move a little slower than you would normally move. If this fire sign is somebody that you're interested in, take it slow. The Page of Pentacles moves very slow, and they think a lot about, and look, it's just like he's analyzing and thinking. So I feel like if this is a new potential partner, because you've gone through some crap lately, I think you're just kind of hesitant to just dive into a new relationship. And so you're really looking at them closely before you consider actually dating them and being with them and putting any kind of super effort into it. And that's cool. I get it. this Fool card is reminding me of this thing that my friend said to me, who's a Gemini. Because, okay, this is about a new journey, a leap of faith. The bag on his back is the wisdom he's carrying with him. The white flower represents the purity of his intentions. The sun, the vitality, the youth, the energy that the Fool is just ready to attack life, is just feeling good, is freedom. But what my friend said to me one time is, she said, I was upset over a breakup or something like that. And she said, you know, each relationship that fails is at least getting you closer to the person that you actually want to be and should be with. And she was telling me that I was learning from my past relationships, and I was carrying that stuff with me and not repeating those mistakes. So each person that I dated in my teens and 20s may not have been the one. It may not, like, this person may not be the one that you're going to marry, or if you are married, I mean, this more applies for people that aren't married or going through a separation or something. But the next person that comes along in your life, it may not be the one, but hopefully it will be getting you closer to the things that you actually do want. Hopefully you will have been bringing all of this stuff with you and learning from it, and hopefully you will go in every relationship with purity of intention and not thinking this person's gonna do what the last person did to me, or everybody's like this. You want to take the things that didn't work out from the prior relationship, and if those qualities pop out when you're doing your searching and looking and analyzing your new potential mate, or somebody that you're interested in, make sure that you look for those red flags within them. And if they're there, if you notice it, you don't do it. You don't repeat that. You don't date the same person over and over and over. A lot of times we have a type. Well, is your type working out for you? Is your type still relevant 5 years down the line? No, probably not. If you've had the same type for 10 years and you're still single, I mean, you've grown, you've changed, your world has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And so your idea of a person of the right person for you should be changing and growing along with you. If that makes any sense. So what I put in my Gemini notes here is stepping back out. Now who are you? Getting closer to the real thing. And this is stepping back out. Stepping back out. But not stepping back out without having thought about all this. Having closed that book entirely. And having taken the things that you needed to learn, the blessings in disguise that came about from this situation. There's always a blessing in disguise in some way. You have to think that way. You have to. Because if you don't, then you're just always looking at negative stuff, right? I've been teaching myself that all the time. In every bad situation, there's always some good there's always something good that we should be able to focus on and find. And so this is your good that you found through this. Dodging a bullet or learning whatever you learned about yourself. So make sure that you do that before you head into another relationship. Because if not, you're going to repeat the same cycle as before. If you don't do this analyzing, that's why these three are together. If we don't take this heartbreak and learn from it, close it up, and know, examine what happened, what was my part, how am I new, how am I different, how am I better, what can I do in the next relationship to avoid these situations, how can I be a better partner, what are the signs that I need to look out for when a new person comes into my life. Yes? That's the blessing here. So, we're ending with Temperance. Know thyself. Know thyself, Gemini. And that just, your angels are with you right now. Your angels are with you, and they want you to succeed, and they want you to feel better. And if you do the same thing over and over and over and over, they're going to start throwing stuff at you because they want you to learn and grow and take the good out of this experience, like I said, and learn from it and know thyself better. Everything in moderation. When you know yourself, you know your limits, and you know what you will and won't put up with. So with Mercury retrograde, when Mercury retrograde comes around, sometimes old lovers come back into our lives. And so if this person comes back around wanting to apologize, you're going to know thyself, and you're going to say, I've learned. I'm not going to be mean to you. I'm not going to harbor any negative emotions. I'm not going to continue to carry around the crap that you served me on a platter. I am going to forgive you, because Temperance is, forgiving, making peace. Forgive what they've done and wish them well. If they come back with the Mercury retrograde. Because sometimes I see the Ace of Pentacles or the Ace of Cups as an apology. And he's got something in his cup that he wants to deliver. So if this person comes around without apology, just know that there's a real high probability that it's going to be a repeated cycle. And your angels this angel is in a line with this fiery energy, which could be a potential new person, or this is taking control of your life. So the retrograde, I believe, is on the 14th. So, if you hear from them, just this, and another way to take the high road is to say, is to be like this, is to be pure, is to be kind, and is to wish someone peace and say, I'm things didn't work out, but you hurt me, and I'm healing, and I've learned a lot, and I've grown, and I've matured, and you've taught me how to breathe and how to relax and how to see clearer. And when I speak to you, I'm gonna speak to you in a very intelligent, calm, productive way that doesn't get too angry or too sad. It's just perfect. It's just perfect. So whatever that means for you, I don't know. Everybody's situation's different. This reading might not make any sense to you at all, Gemini, and if it doesn't, I'm sorry. Please check out your moon sign. Please check out your rising sign. Please check back with me next month. But yeah, I think there's there's a real chance for you to show what kind of person that you can be, and how a flower can grow from the concrete. You know, a real shitty situation can end up being a blessing in disguise. It can end up making you this whole new person. Yeah. So I love it. I love it. I want you to, I hope that this makes sense, and I hope that you really do show who you are. And I love this childlike vibe about the Fool that's coming through. It just like being excited about being free, being excited about new things, being excited about feeling alive again, and feeling just feeling good. You know, yellow, just, it's like bright, it's attractive, they're dressed nice, they're flossing, they're stepping out. You know, it's just a whole better vibe, and you will then push that onto other people, and you'll start to attract people that are way better, not like this. So yeah, this is your chance. This is your opportunity to show who you are, and the power of forgiveness, and that even in the darkest of times, there's always a silver lining. So thank you so much, Gemini. I love you guys, and I hope you have a beautiful month. And I hope that this eclipse gives you money and power and joy and new love and many blessings, and allows you to find that peace within your heart with this situation. Be at peace with it. That's it. And it's like this being the end is I'm at peace. You can't change the actions of other people. All you can do is control how you respond to it. And if you respond to what happened in a way that is, you know, good and powerful, good karma and great things are going to follow. Blessings will follow. And they'll have to live with themselves. So you have to live with whatever reality you create for yourself. And it's like time for you to really examine this and say, I've learned this, and I'm the bigger person, and I am just all around better and more prepared now for a new relationship. And I'm going to get closer and closer to the person that is actually meant for me, to my true soulmate. Thank you so much. Aloha. Have a great month. I'll talk to you next month. Bye.